Welcome to The View, Gabrielle Union. Hey! Listen,
good morning.
Good morning. You and Dwayne have an 18-month-old daughter called Kaavia, who you have nicknamed Shady Baby. And I love it because she's just not having whatever you're offering right now. She's just like, look, I don't want to be here. I want to do what I want to do. I'm sitting, I'm watching you. What? I know she smiles because I've seen it, but what makes her smile?
TikTok. But not all of TikTok. She's very particular about which videos that she likes. Only certain babies, funny babies she prefers, funny dancing babies in particular. The dogs make her very happy. Zaya makes her very, very happy. And Peekaboo, old faithful, Peekaboo. Apparently that, if I just stuck to the basics, she'd be a lot happier.
Yeah, she's adorable. She's adorable. Now, Gabrielle, I know that you struggled with infertility and welcomed Kaavia via surrogate in 2018. So you dedicate your new children's book, Welcome to the Party, to her. That's very sweet. Tell me why you decided to write this. Why was it important for you?
I think for a lot of us who've had long journeys to building a family or expanding the family, creating a family, who've suffered a ton of heartbreak, you want that joy at the end of it. And Kav is our biggest joy and the brightest light in the house. And we wanted a way to celebrate her. But throughout the course of writing the book, I just met so many families like ours, who need to be celebrated and who need to be reminded that even though their route to family might be a little non-traditional or not as common, still beautiful, still welcoming in, these people, still celebrating these people. Like my mom, who adopted her first child at 60, adopted her second child at 61, her third child a few years later. Now she's 73 with teens and preteens. There's not a lot of literature, certainly not a lot of children's literature featuring marginalized folks who celebrate these kinds of families. The idea of the chosen family. A lot of those people are older teens and adults who are, for the first time in their lives, feeling loved and welcome and accepted unconditionally into their chosen family. And all of those families need to be celebrated. And so that's really what the inspiration behind the book is.
You know, Gabrielle, you and your husband, Dwayne, have been incredibly supportive of your 12-year-old daughter, Zaya, who came out as transgender earlier this year. I know it's been so great and so beautiful to see an example of such unconditional love. What advice do you have for other parents out there who are going through a similar journey with a transgender child?
To love your child, listen to your child, accept your child, to reject the notion that your children are disposable if they are not little mini versions of you, and that creating more of you isn't in every kind of way isn't the solution to keeping them safe or paving the way for a happy life. Allowing them to be exactly who they are and loving them and supporting them, and hopefully guiding them to be a loving and compassionate and open-minded global citizen should be the goal. But we've just seen too many times people throw away their kids. And it's, I don't even have a word to describe it. To say it's bizarre, sad, pathetic, heartbreaking. So we just want to remind people that loving your kid is actually an option. Loving them, accepting them, helping to guide them, in a way that reminds them that they are heard and seen and loved as exactly as they are.
I love this book so much. It's fantastic. You know, you and I shared infertility struggles, and so it's just fantastic. And because of the pandemic, also, TV and film production has been shut down in Hollywood. And you recently spoke out about how it really is disproportionately affecting Black entertainers. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, I think like with everything this global pandemic has exposed is that the most marginalized of us are suffering disproportionately, whether that be in mortality rates or who's contracting the virus in larger numbers. The lack of adequate health care and treatment is disproportionately affecting Black and Latinos most, and the people who live at those intersections as marginalized folks suffer the most in any industry. I was specifically asked about how the pandemic is affecting the Black community in Hollywood, and I explained that when people think of Hollywood, they think of these superstars. And if you ever look at in our industry, we have a call sheet which explains all the people that it takes to put on a production, and that's not just the star actors; it's everyone. And not everyone makes the same. So losing paychecks is going to impact every community, including Hollywood, and including the most marginalized of us will be suffering disproportionately. And that was the point I was trying to make. And I think again, people think every actor, whether it's the character actors that we've grown up seeing who are older, those really great actors that you love from your different Netflix shows or whatever. Not everyone is making millions and millions of dollars. Your average SAG-AFTRA, which is our acting union, we make I think it's like less than $54,000 a year. And I say we as the collective, we as I'm part of that community. But the vast majority of SAG union members make less than $1,000 a year from acting gigs alone. When you think about a lot of
Not
people
to
have
mention
side hustles.
hair and makeup and
everyone.
all the folks that are there, hair, makeup, the guys that are doing the grip work, everybody that works to make a show happen, all those folks are suffering as well because they want to get back to work. But Gabrielle, this book is terrific. Her book, Welcome to the Party, is out now.